Total Preparation Lucknow welcomes you all to its online program.
Friends, in this video edition of Indian Economy Part 4, we would be discussing some remaining important indexes from the period of January till 15th of September 2020. As promised, we have come up with the section 2 of global indexes and their Indian context. Let's quickly begin. The first index that we are going to talk about is Environmental Performance Index, also called EPI. India has been ranked 168th out of 180 countries in the Environmental Performance Index recently. This index is released biennially by Yale University. The Environmental Performance Index is a joint initiative of Yale University's Center for Environmental Law and Policy and Columbia University's Center for International Earth Science Information Network. The EPI is prepared in collaboration with the World Economic Forum. As you can see in the illustration, we have tried to include different indicators on the basis of which India's ranking has been done. So as we have just got to know that India's ranking is 168th. So these are the parameters, different indicators like health, air quality, sanitary and drinking water, heavy metals, waste management, ecosystem vitality, biodiversity, ecosystem services, fisheries, climate change and pollution emissions, agriculture and water resources. So on the basis of these indicators, India has got its overall EPI rank. Let's move on. EPI is formulated based on 11 categories related to various issues and 32 performance indicators. The top 5 countries as per this index are Denmark, Luxembourg, Switzerland, United Kingdom and France. US stands at 42nd position, China 120th, Bhutan 107th, Sri Lanka 109th, Maldives 127th, Pakistan 142nd, Nepal 145th, Bangladesh 162 and Afghanistan 178th. The next index that we are going to talk about is Global Real Estate Transparency Index 2020. In July 2020, the Global Real Estate Transparency Index GRETI was released by Jones Lang LaSalle, which is also known as JLL. This 11th edition of GRETI includes 99 countries and territories and 163 cities. This latest index is based on 210 indicators. The Global Property Advisory Company JLL conducts this biennial survey. The rankings of top 5 countries have been listed here. As you can see, UK has been ranked first. Second place is held by America. Third place Australia. France holds 4th position and Canada is at the 5th position. In this index, Libya is ranked lowest. It is on the position of 99th. Ethiopia has been ranked 98th, Iraq 97th, Dominican Republic 96th, Tanzania 95th and Senegal 94th. We would like to tell you that India has been ranked 34th in this index. Due to regulatory reforms in the real estate market, better market figures and green initiatives, the country's ranking has improved by 1 point. Earlier in the year 2018, India stood at 35th position. India's real estate market has been categorized globally as partially transparent in this index. Among the neighboring countries of India, China has been ranked 32nd, Sri Lanka has been ranked 65th and Pakistan is on the 73rd position in this index. The next index that we are going to talk about is Swachh Sarvekshan 2020. At the Swachh Mahotsav organized by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri announced the results of the 5th edition of the annual Sanitation Urban Survey Swachh Sarvekshan 2020. The key points of this survey are: in this annual cleanliness survey conducted by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Indore city of Madhya Pradesh has been ranked as the cleanest city in the country for the 4th consecutive time in the category of more than 1 lakh population. Surat and Navi Mumbai were ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively in this category. Varanasi received the cleanest city award among the cities situated on the banks of river Ganga, followed by Kanpur, Munger, Prayagraj and Haridwar. In the category of states with more than 100 urban local bodies or ULBs, Chhattisgarh was ranked as the cleanest state in the country, while Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh were ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively. Jharkhand was ranked as the cleanest state in the country in the states categorized with less than 100 urban local bodies, followed by Haryana, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Assam and Himachal Pradesh. New Delhi is ranked in the category of cleanest capital city of the country. Jalandhar Cantonment Board got the first position in the category of cleanest cantonment board in the country, while Delhi Cantonment Board and Meerut Cantonment Board got 2nd and 3rd positions respectively. Swachh Sarvekshan 2020 is the 5th edition of the annual Swachh Sarvekshan survey. The next index that we are going to talk about is Export Preparedness Index EPI 2020. Niti Aayog, in partnership with the Institute of Competitiveness, has released the Export Preparedness Index 2020. Gujarat has been ranked first in this index. It is designed to evaluate the export preparedness of the states. Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu are ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively. Other states ranked in the top 10 include Rajasthan, Odisha, Telangana, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Kerala. India's coastal states have performed best in terms of export readiness, and 6 of the top 10 states in this index belong to the coastal regions. Rajasthan has performed the best among the states completely surrounded by land borders, followed by Telangana and Haryana. Among the Himalayan states, Uttarakhand has got the first place, while Tripura and Himachal Pradesh have got the 2nd and 3rd position respectively. This report states that currently 5 states, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, dominate 70% of India's exports. Global Innovation Index GII 2020. India has been ranked 48th among 131 economies in the recently released Global Innovation Index, making entry into the group of top 50 countries for the first time. This is the 13th edition of the Global Innovation Index released by the World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO). Switzerland is ranked first in GII 2020, while Sweden and the US are ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively. UK and Netherlands are ranked 4th and 5th respectively in this index. The top 10 places are dominated by high-income countries. The top 3 innovation economies by income group include: for high income, Switzerland, Sweden and the United States; upper middle income, China, Malaysia and Bulgaria; lower middle income, Vietnam, Ukraine and India; low income, Tanzania, Rwanda and Nepal. China ranks 14th in this index, Nepal 95th, Sri Lanka 101st, Pakistan 107th, Bangladesh 116th and Myanmar 129th. Yemen has the last place in this index of 131 countries. So let us have a look of the transformation timeline of how did India innovate. So as you can see in the graph, in the year 2015, India held 81st position. In 2016, its position improved to 66th, gradually to 60th. In the year 2018, 57th, and 2019, it held 52nd position. Currently, in the year 2020, India holds 48th position in the Global Innovation Index. Top 5 countries in the Global Innovation Index are Switzerland, Sweden, America, UK, and Netherlands. The State of Young Child in India report. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu has released the report titled The State of Young Child in India. This report has been prepared by the policy advocacy organization Mobile Creche, an NGO. The report has been prepared on health and nutrition in the country. Now, according to the report, 159 million children under the age of 6 years in India are malnourished, 36% are underweight, and 38% do not receive full immunization. According to an analysis of expenditure on child nutrition, healthcare, education, and other security services, Rupees 1,723 per child has been spent in India during 2018-19, which is insufficient to cover the entire eligible population. Now, I would like to give you a brief idea on how is this index scored. That is, the scores on this index are calculated. Now, the scores on this index are computed on the basis of few indicators like the poverty rate, immunization coverage, female literacy, sex ratio, and percentage of households with protected water supply. Now, the average score that India holds right now currently is 0.585. Similarly, we have also tried to show you some best performing states with their index scores and some worst performing states with their index scores for the year 2015-16. In addition, the report also released a list of the best performing states and the worst performing states based on the Young Child Outcomes Index YCOI, as we have shown in the previous illustration. So we have already discussed the best performing states being Kerala, Goa, Tripura, Tamil Nadu, Mizoram, and the worst performing states Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. Let's move on. Global Economic Freedom Index 2020. In the Global Economic Freedom Index 2020, India has dropped 26 places to 105th position. Last year, India was ranked 79th in this index. Hong Kong and Singapore are at the first and second position in this list, and China holds 124th position. Now, there are certain basic principles on the basis of which the Economic Freedom Index is calculated. The 5 principles on the basis of which the Economic Freedom Index is calculated is the size of the government, legal system and property rights, sound money, freedom to trade internationally, and regulation. So this report has been issued every year by Canada's Fraser Institute, and the name of this report is Economic Freedom of the World 2020. 162 countries have been included in this index. It has been released in India in conjunction with the Center for Civil Society, a think tank based in New Delhi. This is the 24th edition of World Economic Freedom Index. The next index that we are going to talk about is Sustainable Development Goals Index 2020 or SDG Index 2020. On June 30th, 2020, the Sustainable Development Report was released by Sustainable Development Solutions Network and Bertelsmann Stiftung. Sustainable Development Goals Index 2020 released under this report covers 166 countries. In this index, ranking of 17 global targets of different countries based on their performance is provided. Sweden has topped in this index with a score of 84.7. It was followed by Denmark in the second position with a score of 84.6, Finland in the third position with a score of 83.8, France holds fourth position with a score of 81.1, and Germany holds fifth position with a score of 80.8. Central African Republic ranks last, that is the 166th position in this index. It is followed by South Sudan 165th, Chad 164th, Somalia 163rd, Liberia 162nd, Madagascar 161st. Now friends, I would like to tell you that Chad is a country in Central Africa. India is ranked 117th in this index with a score of 61.9. While Bhutan is ranked 80th, Sri Lanka 94th, Nepal 96th, Bangladesh 109th, and Pakistan 134th among neighboring countries of India. Among the BRICS countries apart from India, China has been ranked 48th, Brazil 53rd, Russia 57th, and South Africa 110th. Among other major developed countries in this index, the United Kingdom is 13th, Japan is 17th, Canada is 21st, and the United States of America has been ranked 31st. Now, as you all can see in the illustration above, there are certain parameters on the basis of which the Sustainable Development Goals Index is calculated. First being poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and productions, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, strong institutions, partnerships for the goals. So these are few parameters on the basis of which sustainable development goals are achieved. Inform Risk Index 2020. This index is released by the Research Center Inform, that has been abbreviated, and the full form is Index for Risk Management. This particular research center is operated under the European Commission. Informed Risk Index is the first global, objective and transparent tool for understanding the risk of humanitarian crises and disasters. Somalia tops the index with an informed risk of 8.9. India is ranked 31st with a reported risk of 5.4. The report analysis has been done for 191 countries. So we are going to talk about IMD World Competitiveness Ranking 2020. In June 2020, IMD released World Competitiveness Ranking 2020. A total of 63 countries are included in this index. Singapore has topped the list. It was followed by Denmark at the second position, Switzerland third, Netherlands fourth, and Hong Kong at the fifth position. The countries ranked lowest in this index are Venezuela, Argentina, Mongolia, Croatia, and South Africa. So the illustrations show you the ranking of the top 3 countries in the IMD World Digital Competitiveness Ranking 2019. And we would like to tell you that India has been ranked 43rd in this index. Among the BRICS countries apart from India, China has been ranked 20th, Russia 50th, Brazil 56th, and South Africa has been ranked at 59th position. Among other major countries of the world, Canada is ranked 8th, US 10th, Germany 17th, Australia 18th, and United Kingdom 19th. Inclusive Internet Index 2020. The Economist Intelligence Unit recently updated the Inclusive Internet Index 2020, covering 100 countries in the world. Therefore, this year's index represents 96% of global GDP and 91% of global population. Sweden ranks first in this index, followed by New Zealand and US. India's rank in this list this year is 46th. Last year, India was at 47th position. India ranks 12th in readiness column. Its performance in ensuring women's access to internet column is poor. India ranks at the top among South Asian countries. So the overall internet index score is based on certain factors. These are availability, affordability, relevance and readiness. Now, as far as availability is concerned, this particular category examines the quality and breadth of available infrastructure required for access and levels of internet usage. Affordability examines the cost of access relative to income and the level of competition in the marketplace as far as internet is concerned. Relevance examines the existence and extent of local language content and relevant content. So these are a few factors on the basis of which the overall inclusive internet index score is calculated. Let's move on. The next parameter, the index that we are going to talk about is Ease of Doing Business Report 2020. According to World Bank's annual report on the Ease of Doing Business 2020, India has been ranked 63rd. It was ranked 77th in the previous list released in 2019. This report compares business regulations in 190 economies included in the list. The World Bank report cited the Indian government's Make in India initiative as a key reason for this ranking reform and the other reforms to attract investment. So the top 5 destinations for the ease of doing business are New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Denmark and Korean Republic. Global Peace Index 2020. On 11th of June 2020, the Global Peace Index was released by IEP. This is the 14th edition of this index, and the title of this index is Measuring Peace in a Complex World. India has been ranked 139th among 163 countries and its score is 2.628. India was ranked 141st in the year 2019. So the illustration shows you the rank of different countries and their scores in the Global Peace Index 2020. Friends, as we have seen in the previous illustration, Iceland is the most peaceful country in the world according to GPI 2020. Since 2008, this country has occupied the topmost position in the Global Peace Index. Afghanistan has been rated as the most turbulent country in this index. IEP, that is the Institute for Economic and Peace, was established in 2007 and is headquartered in Sydney, Australia. In this index, peace in the world is measured on the basis of 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators. This particular illustration shows you the regional rank and the scores of different countries in Southern Asia in the Global Peace Index 2020. So as you can see, the most peaceful country in Southern Asia is Bhutan, and Afghanistan is considered to be the most turbulent country. India holds 5th position in Southern Asia.
So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for being with us. We have tried to include few more important questions this time, which would be really helpful for you from the point of view of upcoming competitive exams. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share our video. In order to keep getting the updates on other current affairs related topics, please press the bell icon. Thank you.